Hello everyone, my name is Ruby and I feel like I literally wear this headband in every single one of my videos, but it's the first time I've worn it with this new hair color, so does it really matter? Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be doing an Ask Ruby Q&A video. If you guys don't know, it's just a typical Q&A video, but I call it Ask Ruby because that's my name and you guys ask me questions, hence the title, Ask Ruby. So recently I took to all three of my main social media networks, Twitter, Instagram, and Vine, and I asked you guys for questions. So without further ado, let's just get started, and this is the first Q&A that I'm filming with my new brown hair. I've still only had this new hair color for like 3 days, so it's still very new to me, so if I'm looking in the viewfinder, that is why. But without further ado, let's just get into the Q&A video. If you all want to be featured in my next Q&A video, don't forget to follow me on all my social media networks, which are always linked down below. That way, when I post that I'll be doing a Q&A video sometime in the near future, you all can send me your questions and be featured in the next video. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with questions from Vine because I never ask questions on there, so it's kind of a new and funky, fresh type of thing. By the way, for those who will be wondering, my red lipstick is from NARS. Okay, so question number 1 is, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is definitely black, but my other 3 favorite colors that I love are white, rose gold, and pink. What's your lucky number? My lucky number is 2. That has been my lucky number since I was super little. I don't know why. I really don't know where that started or where it comes from, but ever since I was little, my lucky number has always been 2. Somebody asked me, how is your day? My day has been pretty good. I am on a little bit of a break. It is the weekend, so I've just been filming videos, editing videos, working on videos all day today. Anything that has to do with YouTube, I kind of just let this day be entirely for that. But my day has been pretty good. Just ate some dinner. It's like 9 o'clock and I'm finally getting around to eating. But yeah, I just ate some dinner, so it's all good. How's your day? Is it good? Sweet. Okay, so now I'm going to take to Instagram because that is where I got all the rest of the questions from. I thought I asked for questions on Twitter for this Q&A too, but I guess I didn't. So anyways, let's just go on to the Instagram questions now. The first of which being last breakup story. So I actually don't have a breakup story. I feel bad that I couldn't answer your question. But I guess that's a good thing because breaking up is, you know, never a fun thing. How long have you done theater? So I have been acting since I was 4, I believe. I got my first agent when I was 4 years old, and I was bit by the theater bug at a very early age, definitely. But I love theater more than anything. So yeah, I think I've been acting from about the time I was 4 on. Can you have a meetup? So I actually love this question because a bunch of people have asked me this recently, and I would love to do a meetup. The problem is because my channel is still pretty small and I don't have that large of a fan base, I don't know how many people would actually come to a meetup. But maybe like, I don't know, maybe in like a year or so. In a perfect world, by like this time next year, I hope that my channel increases pretty substantially in size, and that way I can have a meetup. But I would love to do a meetup. The only problem is I just think that I don't know how many people would show up. But I mean, like, leave a comment down below, like if I would potentially do a meetup like within the next year, like would you come? Let me know, because that would be super fun. It's so weird, recently I have met more subscribers like in the past 2 weeks than I have ever. I've met 5 of my subscribers in like the past 2 weeks, which is insane considering how small my channel is and it's just such a small world. But I've met quite a few subscribers recently and it is so much fun. Like, you guys, please, if you recognize me, like if you see me somewhere, if you see me like walking around the mall or something, please do not hesitate to come up and say hi to me because it seriously brings me so much joy. Like recently this subscriber came up to me while I was at like an outdoor show and she was like, oh my god, I was so scared to come up to you. And I was like, scared? Like, why would you be scared? I'm literally like the lamest person ever. Like, please come say hi to me if you see me because it honestly makes me so happy, and like we'll take pictures, we'll talk, we'll do whatever you want. What are your top 5 favorite Broadway musicals? I feel like I've answered this question before, but I'm gonna answer it again because it brings me so much joy. If you guys don't know, I am a musical theater geek and a Broadway nerd until the day I die. So my top 5 Broadway shows, this is so hard for me, and I'm really gonna try and pick. These are in no particular order though. Like, I can maybe pick my top 5, but I cannot pick like which one goes first. So these are in no particular order, but probably Les Mis, Pippin, Wicked. I just saw Finding Neverland on my most recent trip to New York and it was freaking amazing. So right now that's probably like one of my favorites at the moment. And then my 5th? I don't know, it changes all the time, but I would say right now, maybe the last 5 years. I don't know, like I love, you know what, every single Broadway show is my favorite Broadway show, so that's like an impossible question for me. Are you ready to shuffle YouTube and junior year together? Okay, this is a really, really good question. I actually really, really love this question because if you guys don't know, I am a junior in high school, meaning that things are a little busier for me. However, yes, I am definitely ready to balance YouTube and junior year at the same time. One, because I took a bunch of extra classes last year for my sophomore year, so my junior year is super easy. I have 2 independent studies, which is basically like a free period. I have 2 of those during my school day, which is awesome, so it gives me time to do homework at school. So by the time I get home, I rarely ever have homework, and if I do, it's maybe like 20 minutes worth of it. So yes, I definitely think that I can balance YouTube and junior year at the same time. I mean, there will be times that life will probably get really, really busy for like a couple weeks at a time. And when that happens, school definitely comes first. As much as I love YouTube, my education comes first. So there might be times where like instead of uploading 2 videos a week like I usually do, I might have to do 1, or I might have to skip a week of uploading any videos. But for the most part, yeah, I feel very confident that I can balance both YouTube and my junior year because they're both things that I really, really care about. What is it that motivates you to do the things you do with a positive attitude? I really, really like this question because I feel like for the most part, I'm a very positive person. I mean, let's be real, we all have our days where we are having our ups and downs, but for the most part, I feel like I am a very, very positive person, and I think what motivates me to kind of have just like an overall positive attitude is just, I know that like you're never gonna get anywhere if you have a negative outlook on life, and I just feel like also if you do what you love, you'll always do it with a positive attitude, if that makes any sense. So I feel like I involve myself in things that I love more than anything, and so what motivates me to do those things with a positive attitude is the fact that I love what I do. I don't know if that was a good answer. It sounded better in my head than it did out loud, but that's the best answer I've got. Favorite concealer. So my favorite concealer is probably the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I've tried high-end and I've tried drugstore concealers, and hands down, it is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer every single time. Absolutely love it, and I love the Fit Me powder as well. Like I use it to set my foundation every single day, and I love it. It's great. My friend Chelston asked, do you miss Chelston? Of course I do. So one of my really, really dear friends, Chelston, sadly moved schools this year. We went to school with each other freshman and sophomore year of high school, and she sadly moved to a different high school this year, so of course I miss you, Chelston. I had to put that question in there just because I wanted to give her a little shout out, but I miss her so much. Favorite quote and why? So again, I think I've answered this question in a previous Q&A, but that's okay. My favorite quote is be yourself, everyone else is already taken, and it's a quote by Oscar Wilde. That's been my favorite quote since I was really, really little, and there are other quotes that I like too. Like, I mean, I could probably make a whole video on different quotes I like and why I like them, but that's probably the one that's like remained like one of my favorites ever since I was super, super little, just because I think it's true. As cheesy as it is, it's so true. What is your pet peeve? Ooh, okay, I have like quite a few pet peeves, but I'll just name one for the sake of the fact that you asked for one pet peeve. I think one of my main pet peeves is when people are very like two-faced, like they act one way in front of you, and then as soon as you like walk away, they either like talk about you behind your back or they act like a completely different person. I just really, really, really can't stand that. So I guess anyone that's kind of like two-faced or like doesn't have like an honest personality, if that makes sense. And the last question that I'm going to answer in today's video is, what is one unique thing that you are afraid of? So besides the obvious, which is bugs, because who in their right mind isn't afraid of bugs, something that I'm afraid of is probably not being able to accomplish everything I want to do in life. And I think I've said that in another video as well, but like I want to do so many things with my life, and I feel like I can accomplish all of them, but at the same time, sometimes it's a little overwhelming. And I feel like everyone's life gets that way sometimes, but yeah, there are so many things that I want to do with my life, and I just want to make sure that I get the chance to do them all. Okay guys, and that wraps up my Q&A video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have so much fun filming these just because I feel like you guys get to know me on like a much deeper level, if that makes sense, when I do these videos. Please subscribe, help me get to 1,000, it would mean the world to me. Follow me on all my social media networks. Links are always in the down bar below. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day or evening whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to you all very, very soon in my next video. Bye!